A warm welcome to Eyewitness Report on Channels Television. I am Yomi Otaigbi. This week's edition of the program highlights a case of two explosions, one in Rivers State and the other in Ogun State. Also, the Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, flags off the demolition of structures on the right-of-way for the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Details of this and more shortly. About 5 persons have been confirmed dead in the petroleum tanker explosion that occurred on Friday night on LMS section of the East-West Road in Rivers State. Here's a report featuring eyewitnesses' account of the incident.
Right now, as you can see, numbers of vehicles going down, trailers are going down, worth millions of naira wide.
Night shot from an eyewitness shows the moment vehicles are caught by fire after a fuel-laden tanker exploded on the Eleme section of the East-West Road in Rivers State.
That bus go burn now, that bus go burn now, that bus only hot. That bus don't smoke. That bus go burn, don't smoke, see smoke don't come out. It don't burn. That bus don't burn.
The inferno leaves in its aftermath several vehicles burnt beyond recognition, as seen from this aerial view. By daybreak, a crowd of residents thronged the scene of the incident. According to eyewitnesses, the accident occurred when a truck conveying fertilizer hit the tanker. The inferno engulfed several other vehicles along the road, with occupants said to be trapped and unable to escape the rapidly spreading flames.
No, you carry this thing off. Make government do something about this drama truck there. And then they cause all this thing.
The tanker that was conveying the fuel, there was another tanker coming that hit that tanker carrying fuel. So before we know what happened, the fuel started dropping. So the process of the two drivers arguing, not knowing that the fuel have dropped so much, and there was hold up. So that was what caused the ignition that led to a heavy explosion.
All of a sudden, we saw people, they parked there and they were like, oh, something is going on. We felt someone fell inside the gutter or something. So I came outside the vehicle to check what is going. Then I asked someone that was passing that, oh, please, what happened? So they were like, the tanker over there is spilling out fuel, petrol, that's, oh, people should off their engine and we should come down from the vehicle. So everyone off their engine and we came down from the vehicle and we were trying to see what's going on, like actually picture the whole scenario, understand what's going on. Then at a point, it's as if, you know, when you leave tap on and water is just rushing. So everything was flowing down. So they said everybody to turn off their engine, no one should on. The guy behind us tried starting his own. He owned his vehicle was moving. He came close to us, he was directly at our back, and everyone was like, he should off his vehicle, He turned the vehicle off, then he started it again. It started with him. So immediately his car was on fire. And you know the way petrol is, if it's like this, it follows the channel just like that. So immediately it caught fire, and the next one was us.
We need a prompt response team who respond to emergency like this. I'm sure if they were actually on ground, this casualty might not be up to this. Last week Sunday, one happened in Onne. Everywhere, a lot of property was lost. Before we could get the response, it took a lot of time. So I'm begging the state government and other authorities that cases like this, that nobody pray for emergency, but road safety alone cannot do it. So we need a team, it could be from the state government. We need a team that will respond to issues like this.
Excellent.
The Rivers State Governor, accompanied by the State Commissioner for Police and other members of his cabinet, visits the scene of the explosion.
From what we are seeing, it wasn't a very, very pleasant case. We recorded, from what I'm seeing, a huge numbers of vehicles being destroyed and souls lost. But I've already asked the security agency, to give us a full brief so that we can come into the situation fully by seeing how much we can support the families that are bereaved and how we can cushion the effect of the losses, which I believe is no fault of a good number of them. We all know the situation of this road. It's really, really unfortunate. Most of our people, when plying this road, should apply it with caution. I believe strongly that this situation would have been avoidable if the motorists had behaved properly. But it's late. It has happened. This is the situation that we find ourselves. We'll see how much we can control it.
At the time of this report, the Rivers State government confirmed that 5 deaths and 120 vehicles were engulfed in the flames. The Eleme axis of the east-west road is notorious for accidents due to its bad condition. The work on the road has been criticized to be slow since the federal government initiated its rehabilitation.
24 hours after the fuel tanker explosion in Rivers State, another explosion occurred at the Taoshi market in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital.
In this rare eyewitness video, a blast from a gas-laden tanker is heard at the center of the Taoshi market in Abeokuta.
Gas explosion at the Taoshi, right now, live.
According to the Ogun State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, the vehicle went into flames after crashing into a barricade. The accident leaves 1 person dead, 2 people injured, and some vehicles and shops burnt.
At Taoshi roundabout.
The Ogun State Governor, Dr. Abiodun, visits the scene of the incident and ordered the assessment of damage done by the explosion.
Few people. Give way.
To forestall any such happening in the future, I've directed the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Transportation to take a few steps, pending the outcome of a formal report as to the immediate and remote causes of what happened yesterday. We must first ensure that, one, we have the right regulatory framework to ensure that trucks, the truck heads that are carrying petroleum products into the state, this is not the first time we are having an incident like this, that those truck heads are indeed roadworthy. That's the first thing. So I've called for a meeting of the state government and the Petroleum Tanker Drivers Association tomorrow in my office, so that we can interrogate, this situation and inform them of the steps that we will be taking immediately to ensure that trucks that are transporting such inflammable products on our roads are indeed roadworthy, and they do not, now become dangerous, particularly to our citizens. Because here we are now juggling between what we need and the safety of our citizens.
Still in Ogun State, several communities are still in darkness after a rainstorm ravaged power infrastructure along the Okeola-Itele Road in Ado-Duota local government area of the state.
Falling electrical poles on the Okeola-Songwater section of the Okeola-Itele Road in the wake of a rainstorm leaves at least 40 communities disconnected from public power supply. With vehicular movement hindered, commercial motorcycles become the only means of transportation in Okeola.
In fact, it was a very big and serious breeze. The breeze was so serious that it was just, even my own house is affected. And throughout yesterday, in fact, they had to break some places before they can even pass. And you can see now that no vehicle can pass, only Okada. And it's causing a lot of go slow. And in fact, since morning we have not sold anything, because no road for them to pass, no light, nothing.
Actually, it's a disaster that happens everywhere. Likewise, I'm not actually around, but by the time I will come back, this is my shop. So I realized that since it has caused a lot of damages, that's what happened everywhere. So in Aton, in Ota, in Songo, likewise here too. So it's a disaster.
40-year-old Adepeju, a tailor and a mother of 3, laments the effects of the rainstorm on her business.
In a lot of ways. Let me start from road. As you can see, we don't have much alternative route on this road. If you can see, if you look very well, people are managing to take only one route. This place is very hard for people to maneuver. 2, let me say there is no light. You can see tailor people, if they didn't have light, they will not be able to use their machine. All these stoning machines they are using, they use lights. Even if you look at this road, most of the petrol station around, they are not selling fuel. We go a lot of way to buy fuel. It's really affecting this road. Even we have a lot of problem in this area before, like lights. You can see no filling station. If you can count from this place now, you will see like 4 filling stations. They didn't have fuel. We go extra miles to get fuel. It's really affecting. Also, we don't used to have light before. This thing that now have happened now, it will affect us. I can't say how many months we use on this to have lights.
It's affecting us majorly because, as you can see, the whole access roads into this place have been blocked by these fallen poles. And cars cannot access this place. So, and our business depends on, it's a petrol filling station. So if we can't have cars accessing it, then we cannot make sales. So that's why you see our gate shut.
Residents attribute the cause of the fallen electrical poles to their poor quality.
I will quite agree because of not solidify of the planting of the poles, because we discovered that some of the poles were not were not well erected. So we were there yesterday, and in the rain when we were coming from the church, we discovered even a lot of people ran. So we were just running. We don't know where to run to. We have to hide ourselves in one of the buildings there. So we saw during the rain there was a heavy storm. So the rain was falling while the poles were falling down, one after the other. They were falling to the extent of getting to the extreme of other station there, because I have a resident here.
At the time of this report, the communities are still in darkness. Residents are hoping that the situation will be attended to quickly.
Welcome back. In Lagos State, the Federal Ministry of Works at the weekend commenced the demolition of shanties and other structures found on the right-of-way for the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. While flagging off the exercise, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, directed the closure of Landmark Beach while the demolition takes effect.
The Minister of Works and some officials of the ministry embark on a tour of Manikula Beach at the Oniru waterfront, where the demolition is expected to commence. The exercise begins shortly after the inspection and measurements of the area is taken. Since the demolition was flagged off by the minister, it has been non-stop.
Here we are because the project stopped because of lack of beach demolition. And I want to commend the likes of Bolaji. Incidentally, from kilometer 0 to 4, from what I'm seeing, is the only one that is majorly affected. That's the only infrastructure I can see that is affected. But it's been very wonderful, you know, quite commendable. He has commended Mr. President very highly for the dream of this coastal route, for the actualization of this coastal route. And from the one, we told him that infrastructure will go. He has been very cooperative. Landmark, unfortunately, has made so much noise about this. I had to revisit the place. I continue to say that none of its infrastructure is affected. Just the shanties. I've directed that the beach should be shut down from tomorrow. And there is no beach. The place is owned by people that are filling it. And so at the end of the day, there is no more beach. And so what we are doing is to pass our coastal road within the right-of-way of the federal government.
The minister says compensation for affected properties has been considered.
I'm still here, and I will be here working all through the week. So anyone we confirm, we will direct the contractor to pay. That's the step. But the law did not say you must pay before you demolish. But this is President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's government. Anything he says, he does it. We've said we will pay compensation, and we're going to pay compensation.
In his response, the Chief Executive Officer of Mamikula Beach, Bolaji Ario, recognizes the importance and benefit of the project for development, despite the inconvenience it poses to individuals and businesses.
Yes, some of us are affected, no doubt about it. But some of us are not up to 0.1% of the millions of people that will enjoy the coastal road. That's why some of us, like me, and some others also, are taking it to heart to also support Mr. President and the Honorable Minister to ensure that this road come to life. It's going to be, it looks difficult now, definitely it's going to be difficult. But I can promise you, if anybody has a very foresight, you will see that when the coastal road is finished, there are also a lot of development that will come to life. A lot of people are going to benefit from this coastal road as well. We are the only few ones affected. What happened to the entire millions of Nigeria who go to apply the road? This is Lagos. We all know how traffic is in Lagos, from moving from point A to point B. I'm very sure coming around here now, you will notice that there's traffic around the road because GTB is doing something around here. That's the traffic we're talking about. But if this coastal road has been existent by now, from Amadou Bello to here, will not even take you 2 minutes. Yeah. So those are the reasons why some of us who have this foresight look that we have been praying for the renewed hope. The renewed hope is here. Somebody has to pay the price, and some of us are paying the price in good faith. So we are human. We'll feel the pain, but at the same time, if you look at the longer picture, you realize that it's the benefit of everyone. It's more than benefit of one person.
Since the demolition started, the minister has also been visiting other areas where the coastal road will pass through, one of which is Eleko in Ibejuleki. The minister and his entourage inspect activities at the construction site, which is at the end of the Section 1 of the first phase of the project.
We have chosen another alignment that is not, is going to be parallel to the route that is going to the Lekki Deep Seaport at kilometer 47.47, and that's the end of Section 1 of Phase 1. And so we are very happy with that decision. We use a flyover to fly over the Dangote high-tech route that is coming from Deep Seaport going to Epe and joining the road that is going from Lekki to Lagos, being done by the state government. Now, we've seen the filling is being done up to about 3 kilometers going backwards, which means that they are filled from Chenage 47.47, to about Chenage 44, fully filled. We are very, very excited with the quality of work they are doing, with the speed of work. And we can see the number of trucks. I have never seen in any construction site where you have this number of trucks. It shows the commitment of the contractor. It shows that the contractor has a lot of equipment. It gives us the confidence that this coastal, route will be constructed within the 2 terms tenure of Mr. President. And I'm happy that Mr. President has also directed me to start the immediate design of the Sokoto-Badagry coastal highway. No, this one is not coastal, but it's a spur of the coastal highway. And that one is 1,000 kilometers. We've started the design, and I'm very sure that as soon as FEC approves it, we will be starting, at Sokoto sign, which is going to be the 0 point. We also have another spur that is going to go from, it's on Enugu, Abakaliki, Ugoja, going to Cameroon. And so we have that spur. It's about 361 kilometers, going through Otukpo to Benue to Nasarawa and ends up at Apu in Abuja. We are also going to be presenting it to Mr. President. And when this is done, then the coastal road, like we promised, is going to, circle the entire country.
the demolition will continue along the coastal road. However, the minister says the ministry will as much as possible follow the right-of-way without inflicting much pain on the owners whose properties will be affected.
That's the program for this week. Thanks for watching. See you again, same time next week. I'm Yomi Otaigbe.